G'day and welcome to another episode of Kiwi Car Life, and here we are again with another unfathomably cheap Accord to restore for your viewing entertainment. The great thing about New Zealand is that there is always a steady stream of rough and tired, broken old Accords that, while cheap to buy, once fixed up and restored, are very popular cars that prove to be easy to sell, making them ideal cars to flip. However, with this black one, the 8th Accord that I've bought here on Kiwi Car Life, we're going to add an extra layer of difficulty to the restoration. The silver Accord cost me $4,000 to fully restore, the grey one $2,200, but for this one, we're going to see if we can fully restore this Accord Euro for just $1,600. Let's see if we can do it.
Picking this car up was a rather easy process. It came up on Turner's Damaged Auctions stating it started and ran but was in rough overall condition. The photos suggested at a minimum it was going to need a new front bumper and bonnet and a really solid polish to try hide some of those big scuffs. So I bid it and managed to get it for just $950, but of course when you add the auction fees as well it became $1,350, leaving us with just $250 left to fix it up. So me and Campbell popped down to Turner's Porirua to go and collect it.
Well, here it is, probably the cheapest Accord in the country. So it needs a bonnet, that's hammered. Probably needs a front bumper. That will polish up. This depends if it's taken off any of the black, which it might have, or if that's all just transferred from something else, but that I should be able to improve that. And again, all of this I should hopefully be able to polish up. Interior is very beige. I mean, it's not that bad for $1,300.
It's cheap.
That's very cheap. That's a single feature.
Yeah.
So at face value, I was right in suggesting the main priority was cosmetic work. However, when I started driving it, I realised unfortunately that wasn't all it needed.
All the electrics work, including the air conditioning, which is lovely on a day like today. The engine pulls nice and strong. Transmission's good. However, as you will hear, one of the wheel bearings is totally shot and it makes the loudest noise I've ever heard in my life. So now that we've got the Accord home, it's time to start buying some parts for it to restore it to its former glory. Unfortunately, after peeling off the tape on the taillight, I confirmed that it is indeed cracked through. So let's head down to the local pick-apart and get a taillight, a rear wheel bearing, a front bumper and a bonnet.
I was fortunate that my local pick-apart had a relatively tidy black Accord with all of the parts I needed. So after collecting them, I set to work installing everything. The taillight went in easily with just a couple of bolts behind the boot carpet and another one hidden behind the bumper, as with the bonnet, which is just held on by 4 bolts on the hinges. I was lucky to get my hands on a facelift front bumper too, so not only would I be improving the condition, but also the looks as well. And finally, the wheel bearing. Having done one on the BRZ in the past, it was a similar process with this Accord. With the wheel off, you remove the 2 bolts holding in the brake caliper and 4 bolts on the hub holding the bearing in place. As these are simple bolt-in bearings, not press fit, the job can be done with basic hand tools in around half an hour.
And now finally it's back to the quiet and comfortable Accord that it always should have been. The wheel bearing is in, as with all of the new panels there at the front. And the final job before detailing is to get a Warrener fitness. Let's hope it passes.
To my surprise, it did pass with flying colours. Once home, I did an oil and filter change as it was well and truly overdue, and with all of the mechanical and bodywork issues sorted, it was time to attack some of those nasty scrapes. I began by giving it a good wash, battling the rain in the process, but to be honest, save for a few spiderwebs, it was already quite clean. I could tell in the past it had definitely been well looked after, and only a short time ago was it bashed into a white fence multiple times. But fortunately, as it was water-based paint that the last owner smacked into, to my amazement, with just a bit of mineral tips, it all wiped off. This, along with the new bumper and bonnet, significantly improved the overall condition, and the next morning I started on the polishing. After slowly but surely polishing every panel, paying special attention to where those white scrapes used to be, and on the new bumper and bonnet, which weren't in perfect condition, after a whole morning's work, the outside was looking quite amazing actually. The black paint popped in the sun and it was, for all intents and purposes, scratch-free. After applying some Bowden's bead machine to seal the paint and a lick of tyre shine, I vacuumed the already quite tidy interior. After wiping down the plastics and windows, the mighty Accord was finally ready to go off to a new home. Check it out.
The first question naturally was, did we stay within our $1,600 budget? Well, the wheel bearing was 50, the taillight 60, WAF 65, the bonnet 85, front bumper 90, and the oil and filter was $100, which means we spent $450 total on reconditioning. The rest was just a whole week's worth of work installing said parts and getting the car polished and serviced. And when you add that to the $1,350 purchase price, it means that we spent $1,800 overall, a little bit more than I planned to spend, in part due to the fact that I wasn't expecting to have to do a wheel bearing, as there was no mention of it at all in the Turner's description. And I think Pick Apart have started to put their prices up a little bit recently, because I'm sure that I managed to get a few of those panels a lot cheaper on the Accords I've restored in the past. But alas, to have a pretty immaculate, faultless driving, fully warranted, registered and serviced Accord Euro for less than $2,000 is pretty darn good in my books. And now of course it drives just as an Accord should. 7,000 RPM, 140 kilowatt K24, which just feels really pokey on a road like this. Gears are a touch on the long side, but the transmission is very responsive. It does exactly what you want. It sounds great. While the VTEC comes in a bit high at 6,000 RPM, it just sings at the higher RPMs. Double wishbone suspension in the front, multi-link in the back, means that the handling is predictable. As you turn into the corner and the car leans over, the wheel remains in contact with the road on all surfaces. It doesn't lift up on the inside like a car with strut suspension does. So the handling is just absolutely flawless. And the power, even for a bone stock K24, this thing is a surprisingly fast car, man, I've got to say. And even at 243,000 Ks, 21 years old, I can't fault it. The driving experience is truly remarkable for the age, Ks and price of this car. So there we go, another Accord Euro has been rescued. It's kind of sad that a lot of ones, especially ones like this with very high Ks that sell for only around $1,000 on Turners, they tend to just be bought by wreckers who part them out because there's more money in it for them that way. But this one is well and truly ready for a new home, and it'll have plenty of life left in it. So thanks very much for watching. If you'd like to see the other Accords that I've restored on this channel, then click on the links popping up right about now, and I look forward to seeing you again next time.